Nakuru County took center stage on Wednesday, 30th July, hosting the 2025 National Commemoration of the World Day Against Trafficking in Persons. Under the powerful theme, human trafficking is an organized crime and the exploitation, and as a critical hub for human trafficking, serving as an origin, transit and destination point, Nakuru spotlighted the urgent need to combat this growing crisis. Counties like Trans Nzoia, Kiambu, Garissa, and Taita Taveta are also seeing rising cases, fueling a national call to action. Advocacy and Partnerships Manager at Awareness Against Human Trafficking, Ms. Wiinie Mutevu, delivered a compelling keynote, urging communities to prioritize awareness, prevention, and early reporting of trafficking cases. The event, led by the State Department for Children's Services, brought together government officials, NGOs, and survivors to amplify voices and dismantle criminal networks. From child labor to forced begging and suspected organ harvesting, the diverse forms of trafficking were laid bare. Ms. Mutevu praised survivors for their courage, noting their stories are key to prevention. With a government-run shelter now aiding victims, Nakuru is stepping up efforts to protect the vulnerable. Stakeholders are calling on the public to report suspicious activities to authorities.
My name is Wiinie Mutevu, and I'm the Advocacy and Partnerships Manager at Awareness Against Human Trafficking, better known as HAT Kenya. Today we are in Nakuru County as we get to celebrate the World Day Against Human Trafficking. We are having a convening of the public, children, students, colleges, as well as the government and different agencies, looking into the civil society organizations, as well as UN entities like IOM, UNODC, and from government we do have representation from Diaspora Affairs, as well as the Trafficking Persons Secretariat. And so the goal for us is to be able to create awareness to the general public on the issue of human trafficking, and being able to also share about the referral mechanism and the pathways that they're able to use to be able to report cases, but then above all looking into how they're able to do due diligence. In case you're pursuing different opportunities, where do you go to do research and verify information, but then also in case you have to migrate, where do you begin with the journey and where do you conclude the journey, and also in case you get into trouble, whom do you reach out to be able to get assistance and help. So for HAT Kenya, we do operate a helpline that gets to run from 8 to 5 p.m. and you're able to reach us through 0780 211113. You can report your cases anytime. But then we also do have the DCI. They also operate a hotline. You can be able to report through the DCI, as well as the Secretariat. You're also able to report cases to them. So we do have very many pathways where someone is able to reach out for help and be able to get assistance. So human trafficking is a very broad phenomena, and I would say from today's conversation, actually even the theme for the day is looking into human trafficking being organized crime. And so it manifests in different ways. Within the country, it's looking into children who are being employed as domestic workers, children who are being taken to hard cattle. They don't go to school. This is what they're being taken to more or less do on a day-to-day. We are having children who are being taken to also work in people's farms, but then also looking into those who are being taken for organ harvesting. Their organs are being taken, used for different reasons, sometimes for witchcraft, other times it's for organ transplant. We also have individuals who are being taken for forced labor, adults, where you're forced to work in people's homes, in farms, industries within the country and outside the country. Commonly what we all know is about the Gulf countries. So we've heard of many people being taken to countries like Saudi Arabia, Lebanon and the likes. And so just being able to understand it's very broad. It happens to both adults and children, and essentially is when you're having individuals being taken and being abused, and really their will is being taken away from them. They can't say no because one, either they're being held in a place where they can't actually exit, the documents have been taken away where they can't be able to also migrate in case they're in foreign countries, but also for children, looking at people who they trust, people who have power or control over them, then being able to abuse them. So it happens in many ways, and the goal is for us to look into how we can prevent this from continuing to happen in our country. So we have majorly, you'll find children being taken from these communities and majorly working in urban centers as domestic workers. But then also we are having a lot of flow of adults who are migrating abroad, who are also originating from these counties. And so it's one of those things where you're looking into awareness on the issue of human trafficking, and also due diligence is very limited at the grassroots level. And so what traffickers are doing is they are preying on those who have limited information on what is happening and what they should be able to do to actually get due diligence. And hence, even today, where we are in Nakuru County, compared to how we've always had these conversations taking place in major cities like Mombasa and Nairobi, because now traffickers are shifting and actually going to mashinani. You are hearing cases also in areas like Mount Elgon. So our goal is to be able to reach as many people as possible, to be able to create a safety net for the community members in case we have traffickers being able to prey on them.